Hey everybody, how you doing? This is about to be a really fun video. Out at the range today with heavy metal, and I have my absolute favorite AR12 shotgun. Let me give you a little bit closer look and tell you a little bit about it. This is an AR12 in a Bullpup configuration, so the mag is back here in the back. This particular model is a Radikal NK-1. Has this pretty sweet, like brushed, machined finish to it. But for this video, because so many of you guys requested it, I'm gonna just simply run this thing through its paces, give you guys a little bit closer, up close look at it, and see how she runs. On top of it, I have a Pinty red dot. These are pretty affordable. They go for $30–40. I've got two of them. This one was the little bit more expensive one. So the cheaper one I actually have on my 338 Lapua. And if it'll stay good on the 338 Lapua, I'm pretty confident in this red dot's ability on the 12 gauge. But this one, it actually came with these AR style pop-up sights, which typically are pretty good, right, for an AR. But me personally, I am not a fan of those style sights. I just am not very precise with those type of sights. So I prefer a red dot or an optic with some zoomies. For this, I put a red dot on it, and I've got some birdshot over here, some buckshot, and some slugs. We're just gonna have some fun, show you a little bit more about this shotgun, and take it for a spin out here on the range, even with some slugs, a little bit longer range, see what we can do with it. So, alright, so let's go over controls here. We got her locked back. She is unloaded. Most people would say that this thing has AR style controls. That's why we call it a AR12. It's AR style that shoots 12 gauge shotgun shells. But the mag release on this Bullpup is back here. Press the button, sucker drops out. Right now, the bolt is locked back, and then you've got your bolt release button right here. And I just closed it on my finger. How about them apples? Don't close it on your finger. But charging handle right there on the side. We press that close here on this side so you can see it. Last round hold open, just like your ARs do. Let's see if the mag drops out. I have no idea. Mags drop out there. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Some people really are picky about the mags dropping out or not. So for those folks, the mags drop out. It does have a safety selector up here for your trigger finger. That's fire. That is on safe. This one came with this grip right here, which I actually really like. I think that grip feels really good. But if you don't like that, it has a rail on the bottom. You can swap it out. It has rail on both sides, and then it has the rail all the way across the top. So if you wanted to really make this sucker tactical, you could have some iron sights on the side, a laser on this side, a flashlight on the bottom. But you get the gist. There's lots of spots to attach all your doodads, whatever floats your boat. And yeah, I think it's pretty slick. Also on the back, it also has this cheek riser on it. So however you like your cheek riser, you can raise and lower that baby. It goes up higher than that. You can raise and lower that baby however it floats your boat. But I typically like it all the way down and out of the way. But yeah, let's load this thing up and see how she runs. Just to test it out, I normally like to see if it'll run the cheap stuff. So I brought out the cheapest shells that I could find, these Wally World stuff. I call these low silver. You know, you got your high brass, the more expensive stuff that has the high brass. I call these the low silver. Some of these shotguns will not run them, especially when you get into the real cheaper ones. But let's see how this baby runs them. This Radikal Bullpup I'm pretty confident in it. I've shot it quite a bit, so I've never had any problems with it yet. But you never know. Sometimes when we turn the cameras on, things get a little shifty on us. But well, I'm sitting here yapping. I could have been loading. Now there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are 5-round mags. And I tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and load one. That way, we can fire 6. Why fire 5 when you can fire 6? But I'm not even going to turn the camera off. Actually, I am, because I got to go find my ears somewhere. And I'll be right back. And then we're just going to let it ring. Actually, you know what? I have another mag over here somewhere. Let me load this other mag. Yeah, so I got another mag. I'm going to load 5 in this mag. If we're going to test it, we're going to test it for real. See how this baby works. It's starting to sprinkle a little bit. That's kind of a bummer. Better go roll the windows up on my truck. I should have been counting these instead of talking, but I think we need... Nope, that's 5. So we got 11 right here. Let me get my ears, then I'm just going to rip it and see how good she runs. Just ripping it. Alright, so you can see this part of the range is a little bit overgrown with some weeds, and I actually meant to take care of that today, but I forgot the weed killer, so I'm just going to use the Radikal Bullpup weed killer here real quick. Remember, we loaded 6 in this, and then I got another mag, so let's take care of some weeds here real quick. I'm just going to pull the trigger as fast as I can here and see if she'll jam on us. I'm not the quickest on the mag releases here. It's nice with that last round hold up in there. Oh, what'd I do? I nicked the safety on there. Yep. Oh. If I hadn't nicked the safety, that would have gone a whole lot faster, but it ran those 6 and then it ran those 5. So far, really impressing me running that low silver cheapy ammo. But let's go find some buckshot and some slugs and see how it does flinging those for us. Then we might have a little bit more fun trying to hit some clays or something with this baby. Alright, now I've gone down range and repainted some steel targets so we can 100% see where we're hitting on some steel. But I've got some of this buckshot, double-up buck. Yeah, check that stuff out. What is this exactly? Let me read the box here, show it to you. This is some Noble Sport Italia double-up buck, 2 3/4. But what I'm going to do, I've got a yellow piece of steel, a little steel silhouette at 40 yards. I'm going to hold dead center and check out our hits. I haven't sighted in that red dot yet to see exactly where we're hitting that distance, but I kind of just tweaked it right when I slapped it on there, ballpark guessing. But let's see how this Bullpup, the Radikal NK-1, runs a buckshot. If it runs the cheapies, I'm pretty confident, no doubts in my mind that it'll run the buckshot. But hey, we gotta know for sure. So let me load 5 of these babies in the mag here, and then we're going to send them at 40 yards. So we talked about high brass earlier and low silver. This stuff right here is high silver. How about that? But I've actually shot this buckshot in quite a few other shotguns before and never had any problems either, so I'm pretty sure that this one will run this buckshot too. Another thing is I'm impressed with this thing is the mags. Sometimes when you get some of these AR12s, they ship you with some pretty cheapo junky mags. These things are metal, and you can see I haven't had any problems loading them. So let me do, I'm going to turn on another camera, give you guys the split screen view, and you guys will be able to see me shooting it and hitting this steel, assuming that red dot's somewhere in the ballpark of that target. And if we're way off, we might make some adjustments to that red dot, but let's see what happens here. Alright, now 5 of those loaded up. 5 of those double-aught bucks, and you should be able to see a yellow piece of steel out there. And if you're wondering what that sound is, the neighbor is not weed eating. Paul's out here in the shop working on a car. So y'all go check out Heavy Metal Customs Car Shop too. But let's load these 5 Buckshot and see how far off this red dot is. Oh, that hit that hard. Oh, we're slapping that still. Man, we're hitting that hard. And last round hold open on that last one. From here at 40 yards, you guys can probably see it better than I can. Yeah, I think this red dot's on pretty good. Now, let's shoot some slugs at that same piece of steel. Let me grab the slugs. Drop that mag out. Alright, now for the slugs, I got some of this Wolf. And what is it? Is that camera going to focus? 12 gauge, 1 1/8 ounce, 2 3/4 inch rifled slugs. So I got 5. That's all I brought out here today. Slugs are kind of hard to find around these parts, but I'll give you a little bit closer look at them. Just a big old chunk of lead, right? This is going to be interesting. When I'm shooting slugs for deer hunting, I like to use a optic with some zoomies so I can be a lot more precise and know exactly where I'm going to place that slug. But today we're shooting a shotgun with a red dot. So let's see what happens. That yellow piece of steel's out there at 40 yards. I'm going to be more prepared for the recoil on this one now. Here we go. Alright. The slug. I'm going to hold dead center of that yellow piece of steel out there. I think I hit a little bit low, so I'm going to hold a little bit high. Oh yeah! I know you guys can see where I hit. That big one on the right shoulder there. Oh yeah! Those slugs are slapping hard. And there was our 5 slugs. I only saw 4 hits. I forgot we missed the first one. So, yeah, that Bullpup runs the slugs too, man. That's a whole lot of horsepower right there. I'm here to tell you. Ooh, boy, I love it. All right, now I got 5 more of these low silver cheapies, and I'm gonna see here. I got 3 clays lined up that little A-frame there, and then I got 2 more out there in the dirt. You might not be able to see the orange clays out there in the dirt, but you'll at least see some dust fly. But let's see if I can hit those with this baby. Gotta get the red dot bag on. Oh yeah, blasted that one. Oh yeah, those clays are going. Holy mackerel. So, I'll get you guys over here in the light where you can see me a little bit better. But, I don't know about you guys, it's really hard to explain how awesome this thing is when you're shooting it, but the thing runs good. It eats everything we put in it out here, from the cheap stuff all the way up to the more expensive stuff. That Buckshot we ran in it, that's kind of like cream of the crop Buckshot, if you never heard of that brand. But, appreciate you guys watching. Guess I can take these ears off here. But yeah, the Pinty red dot up here and the Radikal NK-1. Yeah, I would definitely put this in one of my favorites in the collection now. But yeah, let me know what you think of it. There's my real quick and dirty shakedown of the Radikal NK-1 Bullpup shotgun. Sucker runs good for me. Bullpup is just cool to me. All the same functionality, but you make that sucker a lot shorter, and it is 100% legal, not illegal. Legal to own. You don't have to do any special stamps or none of that. The barrel's long enough and all that. rigamaroo. But appreciate you guys watching. Always appreciate you guys watching. Don't forget to check out all the links down below. Follow me on Facebook. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me everywhere else you can find me, Snapchat and all that stuff. Don't forget to subscribe to my friends Heavy Metal. We'll see you guys on the next one. Hoo-doo!
Load it up and get it on as soon as you can. 30-06, 10 mil, 50 cap. It don't make a difference, man. We like to shoot and make